Hey, welcome back everyone. Today I want to talk about the sneak peeks because I have a very strong feeling that the update is going to happen in a couple days, Friday, Saturday or so. So this is what they did about a week and a half ago. They just decided to announce that hero items are coming. This message on their Facebook page, Royal Revolt, just Royal Revolt, not two. It says there's a new face in town, so you're going to be getting your items from the granny over here, and she has this big giant cat thing that carries all her goods and sells things. So exotic weapons and armors all across the world. Their shop will open soon. Present exclusive previews from her selection. So we'll go ahead and start up the selection here of what they've showed so far. They showed some really cool designs. So this was the first one. I'm going to pause it here. And so this one, everyone was talking about Mega Man because this definitely looks like a Mega Man design. They didn't come out and say they copied it, but they said it might be a like a tribute to Mega Man. So, and she says, it came across this travel in the Far East or Far West, can't quite remember. Getting quite old, you know. In any case, is a truly magnificent piece of craftsmanship, very suitable for any king who wants to go in battle in style. Watch out for the axe when you try it on. The thing is sharp. So doesn't tell us too much, but it does say that it has an axe, which is going to probably change the hero's attack style. Right now, he's attacking with a normal style. So if you give him an axe, that will make him, strong against buildings, just like blunt. So he'll have a blunt weapon rather than a normal weapon. So he'll be stronger against buildings, a lot stronger against buildings and the castle gate, which means he'll do tons more damage to those things. But he won't hurt the paladins as much. So right now, paladins are weak to normal attacks, and they are very resistant to blunt damage. So if you're going to use your hero against paladins, he won't be as effective. So that's the only hint that you can get from this style of armor. It definitely does look pretty cool. Go on to the next one. Pause it here. So the next one is a pirate prince. And you can see he has a big sword, so he's going to be, again, probably a normal damage. And this is one of the oldest pieces. I almost forgot had belonged to a pirate captain. The Red Corsair is what he called himself, I believe. Quite a silly fellow, to be honest. He tried to rob Old Granny in one of my trips to the South, but it didn't go too well for him. So, doesn't give us any information, but it does have some cool armor. It shows a nice new sword. The sword is a little beat up there, so I wouldn't assume that this will be that much stronger than what you have. So I'm assuming this is probably going to give some life and probably a little bit of attack strength increase, and you're going to stay with the normal type damage as your hero. The next one we have up is the Knight. This is a very generic looking piece of armor. This actually, I really don't like this armor. I think the king looks better by himself as is right now currently than this armor. This armor will probably be bought with gold because they did say that the armors will be bought with gold and gems, gold and or gems, certain ones. So some of the probably the easier to get, the cheaper ones, the ones that aren't as effective, something probably like this will be bought with gold in-game currency, and then the other ones you'll probably have to use gems to buy that are a little bit better and stronger. Knight in Shining Armor Talk was young. One was once. I was young once too, you know. But let me share you some real wisdom. With sometimes even a king simply needs that extra little bit of protection. So right there it says probably just a little bit of extra, armor, maybe adding more defense to your king or life. Good thing for you. Be happy you brought for me. It stops the next arrow from giving a serious headache. So this probably will make him more resistant to arrows, as that line right there says. So probably gives a little bit more life, and then probably gives a huge resistance to arrow damage. Oops, we'll go to the next one. So this one is one of my favorite ones. This one looks very, very cool, but unfortunately, having a heavy armor and good protection sure feel nice, but you don't need it if you're fast enough. So right there, this says this is the swiftness and strength armor. Unfortunately, it's going to make your hero faster, which you don't need your hero to be faster at all. Your hero already is a lot faster than all your units, and if you run off by yourself with your hero just by himself, he'll die fairly quickly to the towers and opponent units. So making him even faster is kind of worthless, in my opinion. You need your troops to back you up. You can't run like twice as fast as your troops and then do everything with your hero, unless you are fighting someone really weak, and you're grossly over leveled compared to them. But if you're fighting people that are around your level range where you should be, where you're having difficulty, then there really is no reason to increase your speed of your hero. So he used to belong to a famous assassin. So swift and cunning that enemies never saw him coming. He had quite the reputation in his lifetime. How did I end up with this armor? Ask. Well, let's just say that I'm not as slow as I look. So, the only bright side is that possibly this might have a special effect on it, that, when you equip this armor, you can do a cloaking skill. So that would be really cool if that armor has a skill associated with it. But otherwise, this armor, even though it looks really cool and I definitely love the design, I don't think it's going to be very functional, because adding speed to your hero won't do too much. I believe this is the last armor here. This one, a shiny example. That thing, yeah, shiny, isn't it? I bought it from a king in the northern realms many years ago. That fool spent his entire fortune to have one of the greatest artists build it for him. Unfortunately, he then noticed he couldn't pay his soldiers or advisors anymore. He was lucky good old Granny came along and was generous to pay him for some coins for it. So this, to me, sounds like it's going to be the most expensive armor outfit set that they're going to offer. It does look grand and royal, so this will probably provide the most protection, but I would expect this to be, again, like the strongest armor in the game, and it's going to cost the most gems or cost the most gold, and most likely it will cost gems to buy. So you don't get anything else out of it, but again, you see all the other previews, they have swords, and only that one, the Mega Man one in the beginning, had an axe, so that changed his weapon over to a blunt weapon. So we'll see if there's another one. And no, so that's it. There's given out 5 previews so far. So please check the Facebook page, Royal Revolt. Go like them, and you'll check and see if there's any more updates and sneak peeks coming. If there's anything else coming, we'll try and cover them as well as soon as possible. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and if you want to have your base attacked, put your king name down below. And I'll try and get to that as soon as possible for the Rate My Base series. Thanks, guys.